All right, here's the interior overview of the 2003 Ferrari 360 Spider. One thing I failed to mention in the exterior, I did replace both fuel pumps last year. The driver's side, which is over here underneath that hump there, developed a small crack. So we replaced that one, and then out of precaution went ahead and replaced the one that's under this hump. I believe these are upgraded versions of what the originals were, so should last at least another 20 years, if not more. And was a known problem on these cars, so good thing to have swapped out. Another known problem is the dash vents. So on the 360 and the 430, these dash vents from the factory were plastic, and what happens is the plastic deteriorates over time, the tabs break and they pop out, and then that also leads the dash leather to wrinkle because it doesn't have the forward tension. So I replaced these with some metal versions found from a guy down under, did a great job with those. And then this is all the original factory leather on the dash. So reconditioned it, stretched it back a little bit. And then the nice thing about these metal vents is because they bolt down, you won't have to worry about them popping up, and they'll hold consistent tension on the leather, which is really nice. Black leather Daytona seats. You can see the contrasting yellow stitching. Very cool spec here. Also had custom floor mats made. I think these are really cool. Somewhat understated, but very nice. And they were not cheap, but I think they add to the aesthetic really well, and they're functional. We'll talk about the gated manual a little bit later. Well, let's talk about this piece. This looks factory, but it's not. This is actually from a company called Scuderia Audio. A guy named Mike builds these custom amplifier cradles. Very cool, matching the leather and the stitching, looks totally factory. So on a factory hi-fi car, this does exist, but it's half. Doesn't quite fill this whole void. It only fills about half of it. I think this actually looks a lot better. Inside there's a 500 watt 4-channel JL audio amp, which is feeding 5 speakers. Really funny the sound you can get out of 5 speakers. Companies making like 18 speaker stereos now, and you hear a really good system with 5 and you realize that's really not necessary. The other cool thing about this, as well as all the audio equipment that I added, is this is easily removable. You can take it right back to stock, no problem. In addition to the amp cradle, I also got the sub enclosure from Mike at Scuderia. Again, just like the amp cradle, really nice, perfect match for the leather and the stitching. Looks completely factory. Again, you could get a factory sub box like this, but it had 2 little small subs in it. But with this JL audio sub, it really fills the cabin quite nicely. And then in the doors, Audison, tweeters, and mid-range. So that's your 5 speakers running through the amp over there. On this side, I did want to point out that I've replaced both of the door lock mechanisms, both driver's side and passenger side. Kind of a running theme, but they have small plastic parts inside of them that deteriorate after a while, and these had gotten a little bit problematic, but those are fully swapped and sorted now, so no issues there. All the leather in the car is in really nice shape. I condition it about twice a year. A little bit of wrinkling here on the driver's bolster, but been like that since I got it, and really hasn't changed at all. Of course, it lives inside and covered most of the time now. Again, we talked about the floor mats on the other side. Interesting thing with this car is the yellow tack. Obviously that was only available from the factory on the Challenge Stradale, but somebody swapped this out at some time, and it's got the Cavallino and looks completely factory. They did a really nice job there. We talked about this is a factory gated manual car. Absolutely lovely to run through the gears. Another upgrade I did is these have a plastic bushing in the shift mechanism from the factory, and like all plastic things, that'll wear out over time. So I swapped it out. Hill Engineering makes an aluminum replacement that really works well. So shifter is working great. No sticky buttons in the car at all. All the switches and everything work great. I actually replaced this plate because I'd put a scratch in the other one. Also, this ashtray is brand new. Replaced it. The one that came with the car was broken, and I'll include the little USB charger because why not? I also replaced this. This was a used part, but when I got the car, these were all worn out. So a nice look from that. HVAC control all works great. No problems there at all. Again, nothing sticky, and all works. When I got the car, this was actually missing this little indicator light in here. It had been pushed off and fell inside, so I actually kind of rebuilt this, but it's working great. And you'll notice the Macintosh MX5000 singled in receiver. I wanted to go something period correct. This Macintosh would have made these in the mid 2000s, so would have been a time period correct upgrade. Known to be one of the best receivers ever made, and I concur with that. The other cool thing about this deck, it has a coaxial digital input for the auxiliary. So I found a Bluetooth adapter with a coaxial digital output and connected those together. So now you can stream directly, and I hid the Bluetooth adapter down in the amp cradle with the amplifier. So you can easily connect to it and run all your music, which is super cool. And then I'm a bit of an audio geek, so I also added the MX4000 power meters here in the glove compartment. The other thing with the stereo, so I mentioned all the Scuderia audio stuff can easily be removed, so can this. This is just quick connects. You could remove this in about 5 minutes if you didn't want it in the glove box anymore. Totally easy to do. And then with the stereo, I actually got a correct factory wiring harness adapter. So all of that is still factory. None of the wires were cut. So you can easily swap the original deck back in, which also comes with the car. I've got a hardwired connection for a Valentine one radar detector. So I can remove that if you want, or if you have a radar detector, they work totally awesome. And that is the overview of the 360 Spyder interior.